Today we're going to talk about a topic that I believe is massively misunderstood, and that's the VA jumbo loan. But first, welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, make sure you smash that subscribe button. We're so happy to have you at the channel. The VA jumbo loan. There's so much misinformation and myths out there about this product, but I want to make sure that our veterans, military members, or service members understand this product because it could potentially save you a lot of money if you're buying one of those high-priced homes. So if you're looking at a house that is $1 million, $2 million, you might think to yourself, well, why do I need to know about the VA jumbo loan? Imagine buying those homes and not having to put any money down. Today in the video, we're going to cover some of these intricate details of the VA jumbo loan. Let's start with one of the biggest myths that I hear regularly. Doesn't VA follow county limits? Meaning, doesn't the VA loan follow what the county says that you can lend? It's not like a conventional loan. If you have full entitlement, which means that you have never used your VA loan or you don't currently have a VA loan outstanding, you have what's called full entitlement. Now, with full entitlement, the VA says that there is no limit. That's right, you heard me. There's no limit to your VA loan. Because of an act that happened in 2020, there is no cap to a VA loan anymore, which makes this really great for you. That means that you won't have a down payment. If you've ever been told or you've heard someone say, well, the VA loan does still follow the county limit, they're either misinformed or they just don't specialize in VA loans, because that is not necessarily true. You can buy that $1 million, $2 million home without ever having a down payment. Let's start with the biggest myth that I hear daily. Don't VA loan limits follow county limits? Here's the short answer: not anymore. The reason being is because there was an act that happened in 2020 where they ended the limits to VA loan. So if you're purchasing that $1 million, $2 million home, you could purchase it with zero money down. That means that you do not have to put a down payment if you have full entitlement. Now, what do I mean by full entitlement? That means if you don't have an outstanding VA loan or you don't currently use your VA benefits, then you could potentially purchase a property over that mark of $1 million, $2 million without having a single down payment. It's something that's really easy to check, and it's something that's really beneficial to you as the home buyer, as there are so many other programs in that loan limit that require huge down payment. If your lender's still telling you that they follow county limits for VA loans and you don't have a VA loan, they are either misinformed or they don't specialize in VA loans. Now, next, I hear a lot of people say, well, why don't I just get a regular jumbo loan and go conventional? Well, you 100% can. If you want a higher interest rate, you want a huge down payment, you want harder qualifications. See, jumbo loans are not like a VA loan. Jumbo loans require a ton of extra documentation, typically 20 to 25% down. And if you can do the math, well, on $1 million home, you're looking about 100 grand or even more. Now, some people say, why don't I go get that jumbo loan? Well, that regular jumbo loan is considered almost a conventional product, and you 100% can go get that jumbo loan. If you want a higher down payment, if you want a harder qualification, if you want a higher interest rate and higher mortgage payment, by all means, go get that jumbo loan. But what's great about the VA jumbo loan is it doesn't have those extra qualifications. The interest rates are typically really competitive. And again, you don't have to put any money down. Typically, jumbo loans, regular conventional jumbo loans, require that 20 to 25% down. I mean, if you're buying a $100,000 property or a $1 million property, you're going to be putting $200,000 down to get that property. With a VA jumbo, like we've heard me say, is there's no down payment. So you're not required to put any money down. You served your country. Now it's time for your loan to serve you. Now, the next big question I get asked, what if I currently have a VA loan? Can I still get a VA jumbo loan? Well, again, short answer is yes, but let me explain something. If you currently have a VA loan, we have to look at something called entitlement, and it's a calculation that we do. If you are looking at a property that is upwards of that higher priced home of $1 million, $2 million, and you currently have a VA loan, we have to calculate your entitlement. Typically, if you own a home and you want to purchase another one in the higher price range, you would have a down payment. But here's the good news. Let's say, for example, you're going to sell that property that you own and purchase that $1 to $2 million home. Then your entitlement would be restored the second that first home sold. Or maybe you want to do something called a one-time restoration, where you can restore your entitlement through a refinance and refinance your VA loan into a conventional loan, which would again restore your entitlement, freeing it up so that you can purchase that high-priced home without any down payment. So this is something to remember. Don't let your lender, don't let someone scare you into thinking that you will never have your entitlement back. VA loans are good for life. It just depends on how many VA loans you have and if you are strategic with selling and buying a property if you're trying to upgrade before you do it. Unless you have that money sitting around that you want the down payment, you can keep both of those VA loans. However, most people, again, will either sell and move up or they will do a one-time refinance to restore their VA entitlement. So I want to say this one more time because I know it can be kind of confusing. In order to access the 0 down on a jumbo VA loan, you have to restore your entitlement if you have a home. So once you restore your entitlement when you have a home, this is where it's exciting. You have no limit. Again, as long as you've sold the home or you've refinanced it, there is no limit. You can use full entitlement, 100% of your VA benefit, meaning no down payment for those high-priced homes. Now, the next part is really important, and listen to this because I just don't want you to get burned or have to go with misinformation. There's a lot of lenders who advertise themselves as specializing in VA loans. Not everybody specializes in VA loans. If your lender only does 1 or 2 VA loans a year, they might not understand the nuances that go into actually doing a VA loan. So if you have full entitlement, meaning you don't own another property at all, and your lender is telling you that you have to put 10, 20, 25% down on that $1.2 million home, they're flat out wrong. Do not listen to this misinformation. Make sure you check with someone else so that you can use the full benefit of your VA loan. Now, here's another myth that I'm gonna bust right now. Well, my rate is gonna go up because I'm going for that higher loan amount. Here's an insider trading tip. VA does not put any type of adjustments on rate if you go up over that 726 amount or whatever the county limit is where you are. VA doesn't put any of those rate hits on. So whether you're getting a $400,000 home or a $1.4 million home, the rate should be the same. What happens are the lenders put on, we call rate hits or LLPAs to their interest rates. So the higher the loan amount, sometimes the interest rate will go up. This is an internal policy to lenders. This is not a VA thing. So if you're reviewing your loan estimate and you see that you're getting charged a lot of fees and it's because of the loan amount, make sure you check. You have the right to shop around. You have the right to shop other loan officers or lenders to see if they have competitive rates. Recently, I had a client bring me their loan estimate, and because of their jumbo VA loan, they were paying 2 points. Now, 2 points means 2%. On a $400,000 loan, they were paying astronomical amounts of money. They were paying $8,000 in added fees because of the internal policy. If you are paying or overpaying for a VA jumbo loan or a VA loan that is above that, make sure and you have the right to question it, because not every single lender is going to have the same rate when it comes to those VA loans. So if you're a veteran looking at a high-priced home and you are wondering, or you're starting to look at that estimate now and you're like, man, these fees really just don't make sense. Something's not adding up here. I think it's time for us to jump on a call. Just click the link in the description and schedule a call with me so that we can review the numbers and we can point you in the right direction. I'm licensed in a lot of states and I help a lot of veterans that PCS in and out of a lot of different areas. The one thing that I am committed to is helping veterans see this process through transparent eyes. We want to be very transparent with this process and educate our military members on the home buying process. Drop a comment, message me directly, or click the link in the description to schedule a call with me for a home buying strategy session. Also, if you stuck around this long, I appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe.